Waiting on him to pick up, that's all. Hello, Fishbone. Welcome to the show. Great to have you on here. Now, I've got to say, it was a pretty solid win. That said, I mean, Eclypsia, they haven't had the best of records now. I think they're what? I think you put them on 4 and 22 losses now. 4 wins, 22 losses. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know about their results, but yeah.
It's been a bit of a rough run for poor old Artstyle there, but I mean, you guys, you played a strong match. Didn't really give anything away there. I've got to say though, the Wisp pick, like we saw Mini manage to get an ultra kill during the first 9 minutes with his Wisp. That was definitely somewhat unexpected. You guys generally dedicate that much farm to Wisp? Because I noticed he had a lot more items than a lot of other teams dedicate towards their Wisp players.
Yeah, well, we like to run Wisp on the easy lane, and on the early game we will just do like pulling normally, and then when the pulls is done, we have like Shadow Fiend or some carry hero with big AoE, and he can just farm the jungle, and Wisp will take the lane and get fast level 6 and quick mecha or whatever he wants. So in that way we get really strong Wisp fast.
Yeah. It definitely is different from other teams. I often see a lot of teams end up with a very poor Wisp. He hasn't got a lot of items, generally spends a lot of his gold on wards. It seems like Jakiro was handling most of that sort of stuff for his the Wisp instead that match. I've got to say though, the Dirge. I mean, we saw Wagamama play Dirge a few days ago. It was absolutely brilliant. Any particular reason that you guys decided to ban him out both matches straight up this time around?
Well, we just think it's imbalanced pretty much. We don't want to face him because you can't focus him in fights, and yeah, it's just boring to be up against. We don't know if our side would have picked it, but if we don't have first pick, we always ban him after Kiev because he was such a high tier pick there, and yeah, we just don't like to face him. That's it.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you about, obviously, Eclypsia's strategy seemed a little bit interesting, to say the least, particularly during Game 2, of course. We had the double jungling, Shen, Nakes, running around in the jungle there, and then we had Enchantress in the offlane. What did you guys make of that? Was that somewhat surprising for you, or were you just like, whatever?
We didn't really understand how they would lane in the early phase, but then when we saw Enchantress offlane, then we thought like, okay, this is kind of random, but let's see if it works. But I think it can work, but I don't think he played it well, because he should have, instead of being so aggressive with his hero, he should have just taken the big creep and pulled the creeps on the lane to his tower. But he didn't even do that, so we could just kill him all the time. I don't really know what he was doing, to be honest.
He seemed like he had a decent. Like, I expected to be on a lot lower farm than it. He had about 39 creep at I think about the 7-8 minute mark, so could have been doing a lot worse. But definitely, I was surprised as well. I did not really see where they were coming from. That double, well, the Enchantress, the laning Enchantress pick was a little bit weird.
Yeah, I mean, our style is kind of famous for his weird strategies, but in this case, it didn't work out, I guess.
Yeah, well, you gotta try and lose some to make him work. Always got to experiment. Yeah. I mean, that's why people love to see what he's up to. He's always got those really crazy ideas. But I just want to ask about Pulsar. How often do you guys actually train a week? Are you a very training intensive team like, say, MTW, or do you just sort of wing it most nights?
Well, it really depends on the... Well, before the Star Ladder and stuff, we were practicing much, but now, lately, we haven't been practicing that much. But DreamHack is soon to come, so we will be pretty active, I guess.
True, of course. DreamHack
might do a boot camp and stuff. So yeah,
definitely. DreamHack, a big tournament to crack up for. I've got Banana Man 13-3 here asking, which hero are you most tired of, Jakiro or Venomancer?
Well, I like to play Jakiro. It's a really fun hero, and he's kind of imbalanced supporter, I guess. And Venomancer is pretty boring. I played him so much. I played him like 20 games straight. I was kind of bored of it, but I play whatever my team wants me to play, so I don't really care, to be honest.
Okay. Actually, speaking of which, how much input does the team as a whole have in drafting, or is it just sort of one person does all the drafting?
Well, it's pretty much one person. You can't have everyone talking. So if anyone got something important they have to say, then they will say it. But otherwise, we just let Mini do the drafts, pretty much.
Yeah, it's pretty much
It
captain.
works best for us.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Now I've got to say, obviously, Empire and Virtus Pro are looking extremely scary in this tournament at the moment. Have you got any particular strategies that you want to bring up? Like, have you got any particular things? Have you been watching them really closely that you want to try, and any strategy you want to try? I know a few other teams, they tend to watch opponents extremely closely, go dig through all their replays, watch them strategize, pick up very careful strategies to try and beat them down with. But are you guys like that, or you just sort of screw it, we'll wing it?
Well, we know kind of much about Empire, what they play, and they're really strong. And even if we know what they play, we know it will be hard to face. But Virtus Pro, we're not really scared of Virtus Pro that much. We think Empire is much stronger. So, but we're looking forward to facing both of them. But it's always aggressive matches versus Russians, so we really enjoy it, and we just try to play our game. Yeah.
Yeah, the CIS teams tend to play extremely messy, aggressive matches. Obviously, really good TV stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to say.
And so we play aggressive as well. So it's pretty fun to watch, I guess, even if it's some mistakes.
Even if there's a few sloppy actions here or there, I mean, it's just all out fun. Lots and lots of killing, lots of fighting all the time. I do have a question. I mean, a lot of people hate the turtle style. Do you guys hate playing against the turtle style at all, or is that all right for you?
Well, it's all right. We've been in our practice games. We've been playing to play versus. We've been playing better versus turtle styles, because in the past we just wanted to push in and we were so stressed. But it's not that hard just to let them be in their base and back off, take their woods, ward up everything, take Russian. It's not hard. In the end, you lose. You don't even have to push if you're really facing a real turtle team. So it doesn't work at all in the metagame. It just works when you play versus bad opponents, I guess. Trying to push all the time.
I see one of our viewers here, Pixie, is busy hitting on you, talking about your biceps. I'm not exactly sure where he or she is trying to go with that. But anyway, moving along there. I'm going to ask, besides Jakira, do you have any particular favourite heroes?
I don't really know. I like to play Shadow Demon, I guess. It's really fun to just try to play perfect and save people with disruption, and yeah.
Actually,
I guess that's the main support I love to play. Jakira and Shadow Demon.
Actually, speaking of Shadow Demon, I mean, he was really popular for quite some time, and he's really just sort of faded out of the scene. Any particular reason that teams don't pick him up much anymore?
I guess it's just because there's stronger supports like Venomancer and THT. I mean, that's the reason Crystal Maiden isn't picked as well. Nothing else changed with those heroes, but there's just other heroes that are stronger. So, and the metagame, I guess they don't really work for them. But I think Shadow Demon is not weak. It's really nice versus some. If we like facing an anti-mage or stuff, it's really nice to have a Shadow Demon as well. But it's not that often anymore, so yeah. It's just they're not weak, but there's stronger heroes.
This is true. Shadow Demon, or rather, Anti-Mage hasn't been as popular as of late. Anyway, Fishbone. Excuse me,
yeah.
I'm talking to Mini too much. Fishbone, do you have any social media or stuff, streams you want to plug before I let you go?
Well, shout out to Pulse Esports. That's it, I guess.
Okay, then.
Thanks for. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the show.
Everything.
Great interview. I'll see you. Actually, when is your next match? We will see you fairly soon, I think. Swear I saw Pulse up on the list again.
I don't even know. I haven't watched.
There we go. We'll see you again on the 4th of November. You'll be playing against Fnatic Raid Call. So good luck for that. But until then, great showing tonight. And we'll see you on, well, in about 5 or so days.
Yeah, thanks, man. See you.